Hey everybody, Ziggy King here. Welcome to a new series and a new game called Dredge. This game came out a few days ago and it came across my discovery queue in Steam and it looked interesting, so I decided to pick it up and we're jumping in blind. So let's go ahead and get started. The morning light fills your eyes, and you try to sit upright. You're lying on the cold, wet dock where you collapsed the night before. A short man is shouting orders at a handful of workers disembarking from a boat nearby. The man notices you. Welcome to Greater Marrow, I must say. Quite the dramatic first impression. I see you've already introduced yourself to the jagged rocks along the bay. Did you not see the lighthouse? It was shining right at you. Oh well, I'm glad to see our new fisherman upright and breathing. Your boat was hopelessly damaged, but I've had a few of the locals move your things into one of our old vessels. We'll catch up later to discuss more details. I'll let you get out there to catch some fish. See if you can fill your cargo while you get your bearings in the light. Finally, I don't suppose I need to say this, but get back by sundown before the fog rolls in. Keep a close eye on the time. It can really creep up on you. Okay. So we're in Greater Marrow, where you're borrowing a boat. Tab? Boat speed, lights, fishing speed, cargo hold, a peculiar engine. Someone's tuned this engine in an unfamiliar way. Whatever they did seems to have given it more power than normal. And a basic fishing pole, splintered and fragile. This rod is only capable of catching the smallest of fish. Alright, let's check out the cabin. Pursuits. Catfish. Fresh start. The mayor of Greater Marrow, who sent me out to catch fish and find my bearings. Seems nice. Warned me to be back before nightfall, though. Said something about the fog. A bit dramatic. Okay, yeah. Let's then... tab? Yeah. Let's go ahead and undock. And we'll go catch some fish. Rotate the camera, adjust the height. Cool. Move to a fishing spot. Look for splashes and press F to start fishing. It's a minigame. Any game with fishing as a minigame is an A+ game. 10 out of 10 game of the year. Great stuff. So a game about fishing. This has got to be one of the best games ever. I haven't even started playing. Alright, yeah, start fishing. Press F at the right time to reel faster. Very good. And put it in the cargo hold. Oh, this is going to be like a game of Tetris or something like that. Trying to fit everything in. Yeah, so let's just fill up our hold then. Get back to the mayor. On the Steam page, I did get a little spoiled. Spot depleted. The spot's been depleted. Okay. I got a little spoiled. Nothing like about the story or anything. I just saw that it was listed under Eldritch, which really piqued my curiosity. So when we start getting into that stuff, that should be quite fun. God, oh yeah, see how this is... yeah, this is going to be fun. So as we start getting into like the Eldritch part of the story, that's something to look forward to. I'm a little upset that I was spoiled, but it helped me make my decision on purchasing the game. Time only advances when you're moving, fishing, or taking other specific actions. Okay. Stock medium, shallow, you don't have the right equipment. Alright. We go to the cabin encyclopedia. Oh, it tells us about the fish. Cod, found in the Marrows. You get by rod, trawl. Coastal, same thing. There are aberrations of each of them. That's cool. Find those soon, hopefully. Time does kind of move. Oh, there's another town. The time does kind of click along when you're moving. It's already 2:30. Alright, let's get some more fish. Trophy. Oh, okay, so the gold over here on the wheel means a trophy fish. Maybe that means a little bit more money. I don't know about you guys, but fishing is one of the most relaxing things to do in real life. This game, it's kind of nailing it. Big fan. Okay, looks like we filled up our cargo hold. It's pushing 5:30 p.m. Let's head on back to the dock. Select your lights by holding E. Oh. We got lights, we got a foghorn, make your presence known. Spyglass, get a closer look, can identify fishing spots at a distance. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that looks like a squid. Okay. Let's pick our lights. Turn those on. That'll help us see. We don't have room in our hold. Arrow squid. But we don't have any room. We'll release one of our blue mackerels. Why is that light flashing? Inspect. A floating buoy. It serves to mark safe passage past dangerous rocks and obscure hazards. Its dim light also provides a brief respite in the gloom of night. Oh, look at that eye. At the very top of the screen. Interesting. Alright, let's avoid the rocks. And back to the dock we go. You step onto the dock at Greater Marrow. The mayor is waiting nearby. I see you've returned in one piece. Very good. Before you head off to town, we should discuss the matter of your boat. As I mentioned earlier, your old boat was too badly damaged to be repaired. However, I'm more than happy to sell you the replacement vessel, yours to own. I understand you may not have the necessary funds on hand, so we'll consider it a loan. But I want to make this easy for you. Until your debt is repaid, a tiny portion of your fish sales will go towards paying it off. A small amount of interest will go towards improving the town. So, to recap, you'll need to sell fish to the local market, paying off your debt, and in turn, keeping the population fed and satisfied. Understand? Where do I sell the fish? Our local fishmonger will appraise and purchase what you catch. He's open all hours. Off you go then, sell those fish while they're fresh. Okay, and off to the fishmonger, but I want to look at this real quick. Encyclopedia, arrow squid. Caught in the Marrows, rod trawl, rises from the depths at night. Okay, it's a night. Okay, that's cool. What it says here, night. To feed or be fed upon. Very cool. Pursuit, sell fish at fishmonger. We can go do that straight away. You enter the squalid shack on the fringe of the marketplace. The familiar smell of fish fills the air. Flies buzz haphazardly around a downcast man behind the counter. You are the new fishmonger, eh? Surprised they found a new one so fast. What happened to the other one? It takes a certain type of person to last out here. It's not a life for everyone. Anyway, to business. I'll pay you for fish. Bigger and fresher means more money. Some species are just worth more too. Other towns on other islands might pay you different, but while you've still got a debt outstanding here, I suggest you work on paying that off first. That's fair enough. So let's see what you got. Okay, so I can sell all the fish for 151. Yeah, so a regular blue cod is 9.94, and an 11.5-inch trophy is 12. Okay, yeah, let's go and sell everything. 128 debt adjusted, so we've taken $22 off. The mayor is standing outside the fishmonger's store. Excellent work. I have no doubt you'll be able to provide for the town. Look here, I found this down by the docks. I'm sure someone like you could make something out of it. Why don't you take it? A research part. A curious-looking component could be useful to develop new equipment, but it would need some investigation at the dock first. Okay. Sure. Oh, one last thing. Our local shipwright mentioned she might be able to make some modifications to your ship. You should pay her a visit. Okay. Yeah. Go to the shipwright. As you walk into the yard, you see the shipwright making repairs to a damaged hull. She looks up at you briefly before turning back to her work. Ah. You must be the new fisherman. I can make improvements to your vessel in the yard. Mind you, I'm not in the business of doing favors around here. Payment is up front, and everything takes some time to install. Also, if you take any damage from the rocks or any damage at all, I can patch it up, mostly. She shrugs and gestures towards the hull she's currently attempting to repair. A number of wooden boards, all well above the waterline, are splintered and scratched. Take a look round, just remember, the bigger the equipment, the longer it takes to install. Okay, so she has a simple skimmer, catches shallow. We have basic, catches coastal. 75. I have $128. 75. A weighted line also catches shallow. Strengthened line catches larger and deeper fish. What's the difference? Oh, fishing speed. Fishing speed is 40% and 10%. Okay, cool. Sells motors, rusty outboard engine. Oh, they have specific slots. Interesting. Okay. Roll nets, nothing. Lights. Oh, we have a light spot. I feel like we should probably get a light, but let's probably get some more money first. Alright, $27.34 remaining on our ship loan repayment. Let's do this research here. So we have, one research part, okay? We can research the flexible fishing rod. Use parts up to research new equipment. Researched equipment will appear for sale in shops. Okay, alright, makes sense. We got the flexible fishing rod, coastal and shallow. That seems like it would be a pretty big improvement. Costs one research part. We have the hydraulic rod that does oceanic. Mechanically assisted reels allow the catching of significantly larger species. And then it tech trees out. Thistle, Adel, volcanic. Okay. We can do engines, improved outboard engines. No pots, no nets. Well, I guess the flexible fishing pole is probably where we want to go. Oh, do we have to do it twice, I wonder? Interesting. Let's check the shipwright. Doesn't sell it yet. So we're going to need 2 research parts for that. Okay, let's go ahead and undock. We will turn on our light. That gives us a little bit of light. Let's go catch some of those squid we saw earlier. A trophy squid. Perfect. And we'll try to fill ourselves up with night fish. So I'm assuming there are different fish in the day and the night. Exposure to fog and other things increases your panic. Bright lights and sleeping will reduce it. So panic is the eye. Alright. Okay. Oh. Hello? Splashing around. Oh, those rocks come out of nowhere. Let's see what this is. The lighthouse towers above. Waves crash endlessly against the perilous rocks below. All creatures, human or otherwise, would have their brittle bodies broken and thrown at its feet. You ponder the intrinsic power of this structure, a vast column of stone, shouldering the responsibility of countless lives. How long will it stand? How long until it decays into ruin, its purpose exhausted? The lighthouse towers above. That was quite poetic. All right. Oh, ooh, ooh. Almost had a wreck. I'm not seeing any more fishing spots around here. Oh, here's one. Shallows. I can only do coastal. Okay. Alright, well, I guess we'll dock then and sleep out the night so we don't increase our panic too much. And then continue in the morning and see if we can get our boat paid off. But not before we sell our arrow squid that we caught. I've had a special order come through, from a customer. If you can fulfill it, I'll pay you above normal prices. Yeah, tell me about the order. They asked for 1 Gulf flounder and 1 gray eel. Just bring them in when you have them. You'll need to have a rod that can handle shallow water fish in order to catch those. The shipwright should be able to sort that for you. I don't know how you do it every day. These old bones wouldn't cut it in the high seas. Let's sell all of our fish. That trophy fish seemed like it helped us out quite a bit. We are going to go ahead and so we can have another rod over here. 150, we have 160. We're gonna buy this rod, the simple skimmer, and place it in our boat. Turn to town and sleep out the rest of the night. Excellent. $20 remaining on our boat loan. Find 1 flounder and 1 eel. That should be nice and easy, I say. It looked like where we found last night, over off to the left here, it looked like those were eels. At least the bodies in the water looked that way. Yeah, they look kind of long and snakish. Let's see. Stock is low. Gray eel. Nailed it. Alright. Get a few of those. See if we can get a trophy one. That'd be nice. It's depleted immediately. Okay. Alright. And let's bounce around. Let's find some, what's the other fish? Flounder. Oh, there's something on the other side of those rocks too, eh? Alright, disturbed water. That looks like a ray or something. Stock medium. Oh, Gulf flounder. That's a funky looking fish. Thought it was a manta ray. We can fit 1 more of those in. Let's grab one. And then I want to check out the other side of those rocks. Wonder if I can fit right through here. Tight squeeze. What is this? Dredge. Shapes in the water. Dredge. You don't have the right equipment for this. Okay, that makes sense. Another little town over there. That looks like sharks. That's not great news. We'll steer clear of them. I don't want to recreate Jaws out here. Let's see if we can pick up a few more fish to fill our hold, and then we will sell them off. And hopefully that's enough to pay off our boat. think that's gonna do it. Alright, let's make the trip back to town. Get this thing paid off. Alright, back in Greater Marrow, off to the fishmonger. Have you got any fish for that order? Yes, I do. Just leave whatever you have here. I'll keep the order on ice until it's all ready to go. Alright, yeah, let's throw in Gulf Flounder and Gray Eel. The fishmonger wraps up the fish and hands you some money. $52 for that. Good, good. They should be pleased with these. I've got another order here. This one's a little more curious. They want a couple of squid and a whole black grouper. Don't see many people fishing squid these days. They only feed at night. And, well, you know what nights are like around here. Good luck. Keep an eye out for larger fish. They'll feed more mouths, so I can pay you more for them. Let's go ahead and sell everything we got. That's another $90 minus 13 for our debt, and return to town. $7 remaining. So we got to do a little night fishing. See if we can find some more eels without causing too much stress for ourselves. And a black grouper. Yeah, let's just skirt around here. We know that we can only fish in the coast and shallows. So we'll only fish through... looks like more flounder. Disturbed... oh no, that's a different fish. Maybe we'll get lucky here. Depleted immediately. But it is a black grouper. Just we can't catch any more. That's a shame. Okay, so black grouper, perfect. We need 2 squid. I think I'll head straight out toward that other settlement, simply because we know there's no rocks in the way over there. Oh, hello. Oh, am I starting to panic? The eyes everywhere. Keep it together. Keep it together. We just want some squids. Yeah, there we go. We'll get as many as we can out of here. And depleted. Alright. I think we should head back to town. I don't want to get too... whoa! Where did that come from? I didn't think there were rocks right in the center of this little lagoon. Interesting. We'll have to check that back out in the day. Ugh, that's definitely... my engine was disabled. See, now I don't think those rocks are always here. Rocks just show up at night. My lantern just went out. Okay, things are not looking great. Not looking great at all. Let's just paddle ourselves, I think, back to the wharf and see if we can get all this repaired. A hunched woman approaches you from the steps to the lighthouse. She stops some distance away and looks at you with concern and visible apprehension. I'm not going to brush past that. I just lost one of my squid to a crow. Why are you here? I've come to fish. There's nothing here for someone like you anymore. Do yourself a favor and move on. He turns and shuffles back along the path leading to the light. Okay, you need to calm down. You need to calm down. See what the mayor has to say. Just the person I was hoping to see. Will you be sailing out east towards Little Marrow? Would you please give this package to the dock worker there? Sure. Suppose. The mayor hands you a small damp package bound in string, dripping slightly. The dock worker will pay you upon delivery. Please be quick about it. I don't want it to spoil. Don't forget to check your compass and map if you get lost. Oh, okay, let's go to the fishmonger. Have you got any fish for that order? I do. Just leave whatever you have here. I'll Keep the order on ice till it's ready to go. Okay, 1 grouper, 2 squids. 87, thank you. When I need to repair my boat. The fishmonger wraps the fish and hands you some money. I didn't think you had it in you. Night fishing is a tall order. I'll let you know when I get more orders in. For now, on to business as usual. Make sure you're getting enough rest. Tired eyes won't fare well in these waters. Sell fish. $4, come on. So close. Oh my, you look exhausted. You're not forgetting to get some sleep, are you? As I always say, taking frequent breaks is an important part of being productive. I agree. To the shipwright. Your boat's looking a bit banged up. I can repair it here if you like. I would, thank you. $30. Not terrible. Engine is back to operational. Alright. Everyone's right. We need to sleep. We're going to sleep through the entire day and night, it appears. And then we'll head across the little bay and deliver the mayor's package. And off we go. And as we can immediately see, there are no rocks in the center of this little bay, this little lagoon. Or something foul, something treacherous afoot at night. I think our next stop, we're gonna have to get ourselves a light, so that hopefully we can see those rocks coming up a lot sooner and avoid them. Okay, here we are. Let's see what this little town has to offer. What? A delivery? Let's see here. He tears a small hole in the paper and peeks inside. You can't say for sure, but it feels as though he's shielding it from your view. Ugh, this smells foul. You obviously took your sweet time getting here. He won't let me pay for delivering this state, but maybe I can give this to you. I was given this old book a few weeks back, but it didn't make much sense to me. You'll surely get more use out of it. Yeah, I did wait a whole day to deliver this. That's not the best idea. He pulls a crumpled book from his back pocket and hands it to you. A number of the pages are folded over. Keep it in your cabin. Perhaps you can read it while you're on the water. Stop by for a chat anytime. I know how lonely it can be. Alright, so we've got my storage and a trader. You enter a brightly lit shop. It's packed with antiques, the shelves full of jewelry and other baubles. An old man peers at you over silver spectacles. Hello, is that... No, I don't believe we've met. Forgive me, my eyes aren't what they used to be. I specialize in antiques and jewelry. I'll purchase any special trinkets you happen to have. Have you got anything nice today? I do not. I have 2 fishing poles. Alright, doesn't look like there's much else to do here. Let's check our cabin. A bookshelf. Sustainable fishing. On shelf, 0%. Read to unlock. Okay. Selected as active book, pastime to read. Okay, I see. More fish in our encyclopedia. Pursuits, wait for more orders from the fishmonger. And that's it. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll fill our hold up. And I'll meet you back at Greater Marrow. We are going to make a quick pit stop. There is a message in a bottle out here. We do want to keep our eye on the time, though. Collect item. 20th of August, 1927. Added to the cabin. Messages. Morning of the 2nd day of the honeymoon, and our first day proper. Today we're sailing around the islands and inlets at the back of Greater Marrow. I love the rocks here. The layers and colors are so striking. Furthermore, the fishing is relatively poor in these shallows, so I know he will keep his hands on the wheel instead of the rods. He renamed the boat last night. Julie. He did a fancy renaming ceremony and everything. I think he took that a little more seriously than the wedding. Supposedly, it's very important to perform it correctly, lest you want ill fortune to follow the vessel. He wanted to throw away everything with the old name on it, but I kept the keychain. Ocean's Riches was a good name. I think he's prepared a surprise picnic lunch. I can see the basket half hidden, stuffed under a blanket at the front of the cabin. I love it when he tries to be romantic. Alright, so they were just married and sailing around the back of Greater Marrow. We will check that out eventually and maybe find some more messages. I'm going to keep fishing and I'll catch up back at Greater Marrow. And here we are. Oh, look at that. Like a beam of red coming out from behind. Interesting. Alright. Don't overcommit yourself, especially when that sun starts going down. Better to come back with a small catch than not come back at all. Fair enough. Sell all the fish. That should take care of our debt. And return to town. The mayor is walking quickly towards you. He seems to be in a good mood with a spring in his step. Fantastic news. Thanks partly to your efforts, Greater Marrow is growing. Our town is sure to be swarming with visitors any day now. In fact, I've granted a consent for the Shipwreck to expand her facilities. The old dry dock is operational again. I've also allocated some money to improve the fishmonger services. He might have something to talk to you about soon. Keep up the good work. We're glad you've chosen to be here with us. Very nice. Alright, we got a dry dock. This is the dry dock. We can make significant improvements to your vessel here. We're talking extra space, more attached points for equipment, and even superior hulls. We'll need a decent stock of hard materials for these projects. Lumber, metal, that sort of thing. How do I get the material? There's plenty of decent material around the coast, from various shipwrecks and the like. I'm sure you'll find a way to get at them. Materials assigned towards upgrades here will be stored, so don't worry if you only have half of what we need. Ooh, look at this, alright. Another light space. 2 lumber, 1 screw. That must be metal scrap, so 1 lumber, 2 screws, 4 net spaces, rod spaces, a new hull. Alright, okay, we have a lot to upgrade. Fishmonger may have something. Been meaning to talk to you about a new business venture. I've been considering crab pots. I've got one here for you, in fact. It's a bit banged up, but you could get it fixed at the shipwright. Sure. Ability unlock crab pot, deploy crab pot, don't forget where you put it. Should be pretty straightforward, just drop it out at sea anywhere, and then come back after a day or two to check on it. I've got a customer after a fiddler crab and a common crab. Both species can be found around here. I found this book out back, could be useful to you. The fishmonger reaches under the counter and hands you a damp, battered book. A few shimmering fish scales are stuck to the cover. Okay, and he now sells crab pots. Excellent. Let's see if we can get that repaired real quick. Looks like some of your equipment could use fixing. We can repair that. Yes, indeed it does. Fix up the crab pot, lasts for 3 days, yields 1 to 2 per day. Okay. Return to the town. Let's get some sleep. We'll head back out, drop that crab pot. See what we can find. Select the crab pot ability with E. And deploy it. Alright, there we go. Okay. I think we're going to go check out that little spot. That other little town. We'll see what they're trading, what they have to offer. I will avoid the sharks again. And as soon as we dock, I'll catch back up with you. Okay, here we go. Doesn't look like too much of a town. What do we got? A ruined mansion and a workshop. Okay. The door's locked. Okay, fair enough. Workshop. Workshop looks as though it hasn't been used in decades. Yeah, go inside. You enter, taking a moment to let your eyes adjust to the dim light. What do you want to do here? Pick up everything. You find some horrifying creations amongst the detritus. Detritus? Tritus? I don't know. Collect items. An arterial engine. The bony blades of this grotesque engine are driven by a pulsing heart. It beats in time with your own. That's awful, but pretty cool. So we're gonna throw that right there. So our boat now, 31 knots. Excellent. Sign of ruin. This, a symbol of the deep, is carved into this small talisman. It's sure to draw the attention of those attuned to it. I don't know if that is good or if that is bad, but we're gonna throw it in anyway. Leave, I suppose. Right. Let's get rid of that exclamation mark. Well, I suppose we'll just head back out. Okay, we'll head back toward town, but we'll pick up some fish along the way. It's about 1 p.m. So we'll go fishing, we'll fill up our hold, get a little bit more money, and don't attack sharks. And see what the next step in our little adventure is. So I'll get this fishing done, and I'll meet you back at town. Oh, hang on. A grotesque mackerel. Let's take a look at our encyclopedia. Number 68, a grotesque mackerel, an aberration of a regular mackerel. Corrupted scales and bulbous eyes, like nothing you've ever seen before. I don't know if that is going to be good eaten or not. Gross. But we're going to go ahead and continue fishing, and I'll see you at town. Oh, once again, an all-seeing cod. All-seeing, okay. Alright, staring outwards, unblinking, eyes borrowed from a larger being, but not the mind to process what it sees. Okay, gross. An aberration of a regular cod? Yeah, okay. Cool. Sun's starting to move down a bit, but we're going to try to fill up our hold. Did that fish just disappear? It did. Let's see what this is. Why are you glowing? Our fishing. A barbed eel, so another aberration. Interesting. A spine broken with sharp angles and crooked curves. A row of teeth bent on revenge. Okay. Spot is depleted. Crab pot. We'll try to get some squid just to fill out. Oh, no, that's my crab pot. Fish, there we go. Let's get some squid just to fill everything out. Sustainable fishing. Is it done? Completed. It is sustainable fishing. Complete 10% chance to not reduce fish stocks when catching a fish with a rod. A hefty tome and laborious read. It goes into great detail about techniques that can be employed to reduce the impacts of fishing upon fish stocks. Mentioned something about ensuring a healthy ecosystem for future generations. And we will activate rods, reels, and rigs. Okay. Let's get docked. We will see what the heck is going on with these aberrations. What is it today? You hand the grotesque fish to the fishmonger. He grins, raising the fish up to his face before inhaling a deep, stuttering breath. Ah, now this is the sort of specimen to liven up my day. I wonder... He runs his fingers firmly along the length of the fish, as though feeling for something. He pushes from one side of its stomach, and a small shape can be seen against the bulging scales. He slices the fish open. From its stomach, he pulls a small piece of fabric and spreads it on the counter. It's a delicately patterned handkerchief. Well, I've never seen all that before in my life, in all my days. I'll give you this thing, and I'll pay you for the fish too, of course. It's not the first corrupted fish I've seen in these parts, so I'm sure you'll find more before too long. Oh, I found plenty. I'll pay you well if you find any more. Oh, I have found quite a bit. Barb deal, $45. $49. $49. Goodness, okay, these are worth quite a bit. It must be from this. So it draws the attention of those attuned to it. So having this attached to our reel pulls in the aberrations. Okay, that's quite cool. So let's sell everything for $200. Sold 7 fish, 204. Return to town. A man is looking at you through your cabin window. A little creepy. His face is mostly in shadow. I know what you took to the fishmonger, and I'll be clear. I know he extracted an artifact from it. I need to inspect it, but not here. Meet me on Blackstone Isle. Head out of this bay and cut south. I think that's where we stole his stuff in his shed there. I have a business proposition that you'll want to hear. I'll be waiting. Okay. Yeah, sure. So that should give us another pursuit. Meet at Blackstone Isle. And approach me, interested in what the fishmonger pulled from the fish. Encyclopedia, we've got all of our aberrations. And a map. Okay, so here we are, Greater Marrow. Little Marrow's over here. Blackstone Isle. And there is quite a bit to look at. Okay. So this game is going to be pretty big, going to be pretty fun. But I think that's going to do it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.